Well, Charles and I were talking a bit about Alzheimer's, and we didn't know we were going to. It was just based on a tweet of his, as you saw over the weekend, but it's perfect, and it lines up a very special feature this morning. You know, every Monday, or the first show of every week, our friends at Kuby Renewable Energy remind us that amazing things are happening all around us. We want to fill your bucket every single Monday. Let the rays of sunshine hit your face, so to speak. I want you to meet Joy Milne. This is an amazing story that's being reported by the BBC and NPR and a bunch of international news outlets. For most of her life, Joy Milne had a superpower that she was totally oblivious to. She's a retired nurse. Her husband was a doctor, both of them working in healthcare. She said when they met in high school, her husband Les remembered dancing with him at a party, and she was struck by his wonderful smell. I love the word she used. She says he had a lovely male musk. He had a lovely male musk. They got married. They had 3 boys, but about 10 years into their marriage, Les is like 31 years old at the same time. He came home one day, and Joy says he smelled different. His musk had got this kind of overpowering, kind of a nasty yeast smell. Well, long story short, so she kept talking to Les it was a number of years, and she's going, listen, like that smell, like you're not bathing enough, you're not looking after yourself enough. And of course, he's getting agitated because he's doing everything he can, and he has no idea what she's talking about, right? But then as the years go on, Joy starts to notice that other changes started to happen, John. His personality, his character, he began to change. He was more moody. He wasn't as tolerant. Well, guess what? One night he attacks her in bed, in his sleep. She says, I know he's having a nightmare, but we have to get medical. Something's happening here, right? So at 45 years old, he goes to his doctor. Guess what? He's diagnosed with Parkinson's disease at 45 years of age, 14 years after Joy first started noting this musky smell. So they decide to attend a support group for people living with Parkinson's. And they walk into the room, and guess what hits her? The smell. Joy said, I have chills as I'm reading this story. Joy says she realized that the other people in the room had the same, quote, greasy, musty smell. And then I realized that these people smelled stronger than anybody else. So they go to the University of Edinburgh, and they meet with a researcher named Thilo Kunath, who develops, along with researchers at Manchester University, a skin swab test, which is analyzing skin on the backs of Parkinson or Alzheimer's patients, Parkinson's patients, neurodegenerative patients. And guess what? It turns out that without a chemical test for Parkinson's, thousands of people have been on the waiting list for neurological consultations. It turns out that Joy Milne can smell disease. And they're trying to figure out exactly what it is with her, what it is she's smelling, the chemical components, and when they nail it, this will be a massive development for diagnosing neurodegenerative diseases in patients around the world. This is an incredible story. A woman with a superpower she never knew she had. You can send us your positive reflection anytime, email, Twitter, whatever. We want to know what's made your day, a random act of kindness, somebody who paid it forward. It's presented every week by Kuby Energy. You can get your free solar quote today at kubyenergy.ca.